who are working towards achieving their growth. These are children who do not have parental care. And that's what SOS Children Village does. It's to provide what parents have not been able to provide because either they passed away or they are not in a shape of providing the appropriate education and care.
SOS Rwanda ibifatanyijemo na SOS International ndetse n'abafatanyabikorwa bacu twifuje gushyiraho gahunda ituma rwa rubyiruko rwacu rushobora kubona imirimo. Iyo mirimo nta handi iva, itangwa n'abafatanyabikorwa batandukanye. Abo bafatanyabikorwa rero icyo iyo proje yaje igamije ni ukugira ngo SOS ifatanyirize hamwe n'abafatanyabikorwa batandukanye kugira ngo rwa rubyiruko rubone imirimo.
Kandi yagize akamaro kanini cyane ku bana. Reka mpere nko bafite imirimo nk'ubu ari batanu bakuyemo imirimo ubu bafite akazi gahoraho bagomba kuba batarabona akazi. Hari n'abandi rero benshi bagiye babona za internship. Ariko ikindi kintu byabafashije barafunguka.
Proje ya Youth Can ntago imaze igihe kinini igeze muri SOS, gusa kuri njyewe yamfashije kubona akazi, narafungutse mu mutwe, byatumye mfunguka mu mutwe, mbona akazi. Nyuma yo kubona akazi hari n'ibindi bitekerezo byagutse ngenda ngira, nko gutekereza kwikorera, nko gutekereza kuba najya inama n'umuntu tukagira ikintu twageraho. Ndumva ibyo byose byaragiye biva muri iyo proje ya Youth Can.
Youth Can nanjye ndi umwe mu bo yagizeho impact. Kuri ubu ngubu njyana mfite umushinga wari Rwanda Made, narabuze kubona launching a project, negereye ubuyobozi bwa SOS baramfasha kungira inama, umfasha no implementinga project.
Ndangije ishuri habayeho program yitwa Youth Can yateguwe na SOS nyine, idufasha bamwe na bamwe kubona professional internship n'akazi, ndetse njyewe nahise mbigiriramo amahirwe mbonamo n'akazi mu ba mbere. Urumva ko ntabwo itagize, yadufashije byose usibye no kutwishyurira, yanadufashije no kugira ngo tubone akazi dutangira ubuzima bushyashya nyuma y'ishuri.
Ibyo Youth Can yamfashije, namaze amezi 2 muri Amerika ndi kwiga medicine, nkora stage mu bintu bya urgence. Ibyo ni ibintu byari bihenze, bitari abantu benshi badapfa kubona. Rero Youth Can yanciriye inzira nyine genda izamfasha mu gihe kiri imbere nyine kuri karite y'ubuvuzi ntanga ndetse no mu myigire yanjye.
Hari umushinga w'SOS ufasha abana bacikije amashuri, ufasha n'abana b'imfubyi n'abatishoboye. Dore ayo mahirwe nanjye ngeraho nta babyeyi nagiraga, babasha kunjyana mu mwuga barandihirira. Mbega muri make ndangije n'amashuri babasha kumpa muri bike natangiriraho.
Proje ya Youth Can kuri SOS ntabwo numva yahagarara. Impamvu numva itahagarara, kuba njyewe yarangira akamaro, hari n'undi yagira akamaro.
Ikintu cya mbere nakwifuza nuko Youth Can itahagarara, noneho ikaba yenda yakaguka haba mu myuga nkuko nabivuze, imyuga, icungamutungo, imirimo, mbese mu bice byose by'imirimo.
Muri proje ya Youth Can abafatanyabikorwa tureba ni babandi corporate partners. Ni ukuvuga dufite abafatanyabikorwa benshi batandukanye, nka Izon BPO idufashiriza urubyiruko ikabaha akazi, dufite Radisson Blue, dufite Marriott Hotel, dufite Kigali Employment Service Center y'umujyi wa Kigali.
Partnership dufitanye na SOS ituruka kuri Partnership Global. Radisson Hotel Group ifitanye na SOS ku rwego rw'isi navuga. Iyo partnership rero iri global niyo twagendereyeho kugira ngo natwe hano i Kigali dusinye iyo partnership na SOS Children Village Rwanda. Muri iyo partnership rero harimo ibice bitandukanye. Igice cya mbere ni cyangwa gufasha umwana cyangwa se abana muri SOS. Ikindi gice rero kijyanye na training of the youth.
ISON-BPO nk'ikigo twatangiye gukorana na SOS haciye nk'umwaka. Dukorana muri gahunda ya Youth Can. Ni gahunda yaje ihuza na gahunda natwe dusanzwe dufite yo kugira ngo nk'ikigo cyikorera tugire icyo dufasha abantu bo muri community dukoreramo. Mbere yaho twakoranaga n'ibindi bigo, ariko SOS tangije Youth Can tuza gutangira gukorana dusinyana amasezerano yuko tuzagirana ubufatanye bugamije kugira ngo bufashe abantu kugira ngo babone impact mu buzima bwabo.
Icyo nashimira abandi bafatanyabikorwa bose baba ari abafasha Youth Can, ariko mbonereho navuge no kubafasha SOS muri rusange, nuko turabashimira ubwo bufatanye. Mbere na mbere icyizere bagiriye SOS, kuko hanze aha ngaha hari imiryango myinshi yita ku rubyiruko. Icyizere batugiriye rero turakibashimira.
The school was built in 2004. And basically, the purpose of the school was really to improve the technical teaching, especially for SOS youth, as well as from students coming from the community. TVET is really a technical and vocational education training. It is normally an education which is really focused on providing skills to students, so that really they can just, after finishing, they can just go to the job market.
They are lucky because they are in this school. SOS is ISO certified school. The school is well known. The school has a good resource, human. All teachers are well qualified. We are making installation according to the international standards in order to promote that quality of work in the market here in Rwanda.
TEFSA, it is really an association of different technical schools, and all the schools have really come together to form an association in order to work together. They can improve the technical education in Rwanda. So we are almost 90 schools working under TEFSA. Within TEFSA, we decided also to create Center of Excellence, which can be schools which should really be like a model schools within the TEFSA association. So in each trade, we have a center of excellence. Like SOS, we are a center in electricity. This is where maybe other schools should really come so that we can really share equipment and even other practices. I think initially girls are not really willing to join TVET, but as we know that it is really a requirement, not really, because once they attend, they are really even better compared to boys. So we normally give them some priorities in case there are some admissions. Up to now, we have a number of 317 students in total. Out of them, 114 these are girls, and 203 are boys. It means in percentage maybe 36% are girls.
It is high time now people should change. Very many young people are going for white-collar jobs, which they cannot get jobs. There is unemployment looming. So the only option to solve this unemployment problem is to go for technical education.
Izina SOS niyo ntero twatangiranye twinjiye ku kigo, hari ibintu bya stress gusa ariko bimwe bidaza ibindi bigahita, turiga na kibazo. SOS ikigo cyiza.
And the school have taken another strategy to see really how they can really self-financing itself in long run. And one of the options is really to create a production unit. This production unit is really a registered company, a company owned by the school.
Rero production yacu yatangiye ku ntego yuko yakinjiriza ikigo, yarangiza igahereza n'abanyeshuri barangije kuhiga akazi. Production yacu rero akenshi na kenshi kunze gukora ku bakiriya bari hafi n'abari kure, abaza bakabona bagatwara ibihari cyangwa se bakaza bagakoresha komande. Ubwo rero nigaga hano ndi muri sizemu nibwo natangiye gufashanya na workshop manager wa hano, no birangije mu kurangiza amashuri yanjye yahise amamagara araza dukomeza dukorana.
We plan for the students to visit different industries which use the skills they learn here. There are things they may not be able to learn in school, but once they get to the industries, they get the skills there. At the same time, the industrial attachment program helps students to know where they can find jobs after school.
If I see the 2012 results of the study, already 60% are at different universities and colleges. 35% are working and studying.
Nitwa Fura Pax Elise, niga mu gatanu computer science. Tewe n'ubumenyi dufite tuzashobora gukorera hanze ku isoko ry'umurimo. Kandi n'ikindi gisumbyeho nuko ikigo cyacu kibidufashamo no kudufasha kubona uko dukora hanze aho dukorera n'ibindi bigiye bitandukanye.
Technical training is good because when you study technical things, it's much easier for you to get a job than doing things which are not technical. Girls are few in IT, so when you do it, you'll be like wanted. You will not be wanted because you are a girl, but a competitive girl.
Normally at the end of each term, we bring all the teachers together and we train them in different fields. GIZ has given us different master trainers. We have almost 5 master trainers. So when they are conducting this training, they are also preparing people, Rwandans, who can really replace them when the program is over.
We improve our knowledge and our teaching abilities, and we get more skills on practice.
The courses are very brilliant because there are some new methodology that I'm of teaching, as the topic is effective teaching, and we are running many things like how we can prepare our lessons very clear, and how we can use the methodology that will facilitate the runners so that to move from the theory to the practice.
working towards achieving their growth. These are children who do not have parental care. And that's what SOS Children Village does. It's to provide what parents have not been able to provide because either they passed away or they are not in a shape of providing the appropriate education and care.
SOS Rwanda ibifatanyijemo na SOS International ndetse n'abafatanyabikorwa bacu twifuje gushyiraho gahunda ituma rwa rubyiruko rwacu rushobora kubona imirimo. Iyo mirimo nta handi iva, itangwa n'abafatanyabikorwa batandukanye. Abo bafatanyabikorwa rero icyo iyo proje yaje igamije ni ukugira ngo SOS ifatanyirize hamwe n'abafatanyabikorwa batandukanye kugira ngo rwa rubyiruko rubone imirimo.
Yufukani yagize akamaro kanini cyane ku bana. Reka mbere nko bafite imirimo nk'ubu ari batanu bakuyemo imirimo ubu bafite akazi gahoraho bagomba kuba batarabona akazi. Hari n'abandi rero benshi bagiye babona za internship. Ariko ikindi kintu byabafashije barafunguka.
Proje ya Youth Can ntago imaze igihe kinini igeze muri SOS, gusa kuri njyewe yamfashije kubona akazi, narafungutse mu mutwe, byatumye mfunguka mu mutwe mbona akazi. Nyuma yo kubona akazi hari n'ibindi bitekerezo byagutse ngenda ngira, nko gutekereza kwikorera, nko gutekereza kuba najya inama n'umuntu tukagira ikintu twageraho. Ndumva ibyo byose byaragiye biva muri iyo proje ya Youth Can.
Youth Can nanjye ndi umwe mu bo yagizeho impact. Kuri ubu ngubu njyana mfite umushinga wari Rwanda Made, narabuze kubona launching project, negereye ubuyobozi bwa SOS baramfasha kungira inama, mumfasha no implementinga project.
Ndangije ishuri habayeho porogaramu yitwa Youth yateguwe na SOS nyine, idufasha bamwe na bamwe kubona professional internship n'akazi, ndetse njyewe nahise mbigiriramo amahirwe mbonamo n'akazi mu ba mbere. Urumva ko ntabwo itagize, yadufashije byose usibye no kutwishyurira, yanadufashije no kugira ngo tubone akazi dutangire ubuzima bushyashya nyuma y'ishuri.
Ibyo Youth Can yamfashije, namaze amezi 2 muri Amerika ndi kwiga medicine, nkora stage mu bintu bya urgence. Ibyo ni ikintu byari bihenze, bitari abantu benshi badapfa kubona. Rero Youth Can yanciriye inzira nyine genda izamfasha mu gihe kiri imbere nyine kuri karite y'ubuvuzi ntanga no mu myigire yanjye.
Hari umushinga w'SOS ufasha abana bacikije amashuri, ufasha n'abana b'imfubyi n'abatishoboye. Buri ayo mahirwe nanjye ngeraho nta babyeyi nagiraga, babasha kunjyana mu mwuga barandihirira. Mbega muri make ndangije n'amashuri babasha kumpa muri bike natangiriraho.
Proje ya Youth Can kuri SOS ntabwo numva yahagarara. Impamvu numva itahagarara, kuba njyewe yarangira akamaro, hari n'undi yagira akamaro.
Ikintu cya mbere nakwifuza nuko Youth Can itahagarara, noneho ikaba yenda yakaguka haba mu myuga nkuko nabivuze, imyuga, icungamutungo, imirimo, mbese mu bice byose by'imirimo.
Muri proje ya Youth Can abafatanyabikorwa tureba ni babandi corporate partners. Ni ukuvuga dufite abafatanyabikorwa benshi batandukanye, nka Izon BPO idufashiriza urubyiruko ikabaha akazi. Dufite Radisson Blue dufite Marriott Hotel, dufite Kigali Employment Service Center y'umujyi wa Kigali.
Partnership dufitanye na SOS ituruka kuri Partnership Global. Radisson Hotel Group ifitanye na SOS ku rwego rw'isi navuga. Iyo partnership rero iri global niyo twagendereyeho kugira ngo natwe hano i Kigali dusinye iyo partnership na SOS Children Village Rwanda. Muri iyo partnership rero harimo ibice bitandukanye. Igice cya mbere ni cyangwa gufasha umwana cyangwa se abana muri SOS. Ikindi gice rero kijyanye na training of the youth.
ISON-BPO nk'ikigo twatangiye gukorana na SOS haciye nk'umwaka, dukorana muri gahunda ya Youth Can. Ni gahunda yaje ihuza na gahunda natwe dusanzwe dufite yo kugira ngo nk'ikigo cyikorera tugire icyo dufasha abantu bo muri community dukoreramo. Mbere yaho twakoranaga n'ibindi bigo, ariko SOS itangije Youth Can tuza gutangira gukorana dusinyana amasezerano y'uko tuzagirana ubufatanye bugamije kugira ngo bufashe abantu kugira ngo babone impact mu buzima bwabo.
Icyo nashimira abandi bafatanyabikorwa bose, baba ari abafasha Youth Can, ariko mbonereho navuge no kubafasha SOS muri rusange, nuko turabashimira ubwo bufatanye. Mbere na mbere icyizere bagiriye SOS, kuko hanze aha ngaha hari imiryango myinshi yita ku rubyiruko. Icyizere batugiriye rero turakibashimira.
The school was built in 2004. And basically, the purpose of the school was really to improve the technical teaching, especially for SOS youth, as well as from students coming from the community. TVET is really a technical and vocational education training. It is normally an education which is really focused on providing skills to students, so that really they can just, after finishing, they can just go to the job market.
They are lucky because they are in this school. SOS is ISO certified school. The school is well known. The school has a good resource, human. All teachers are well qualified. We are making installation according to the international standards in order to promote that quality of work in the market here in Rwanda.
TEFSA is really an association of different technical schools, and all the schools have really come together to form an association in order to work together. They can improve the technical education in Rwanda. So we are almost 90 schools working under TEFSA. Within TEFSA, we decided also to create Center of Excellence, which can be schools which should really be like a model schools within the TEFSA association. So in each trade, we have a Center of Excellence. Like SOS, we are a center in electricity. This is where maybe other schools should really come so that we can really share equipment and even other practices. I think initially girls are not really willing to join TVET, but as we know that it is really a requirement, not really, because once they attend, they are really even better compared to boys. So we normally give them some priorities in case there are some admissions. Up to now, we have a number of 317 students in total. Out of them, 114, these are girls, and 203 are boys. It means in percentage maybe 36% are girls.
It is high time now people should change. very many young people are going for white collar jobs, which they cannot get jobs. There is unemployment looming. So the only option to solve this unemployment problem is to go for technical education.
izina SOS niyo ntero twatangiranye twinjiye ku kigo hari ibintu bya stress gusa ariko bimwe biraza ibindi bigahita turiga na kibazo SOS ikigo cyiza.
On the school of take another strategy to see really how they can really self-financing itself in long run. And one of the options is really to create a production unit. This production unit is really a registered company, a company owned by the school.
Rero production yacu yatangiye ku ntego y'uko yakwinjiriza ikigo yarangiza igahereza n'abanyeshuri barangije kuhiga akazi. Production yacu rero akenshi na kenshi kunze gukora ku bakiriya bari hafi n'abari kure, abaza bakabona bagatwara ibihari cyangwa se bakaza bagakoresha komande. Ubwo rero nigaga hano ndi muri size muri bwo natangiye gufashanya na workshop manager wa hano, no birangije mu kurangiza amashuri yanjye yahise amamagara dukomeza dukorana.
We plan for the students to visit different industries which use the skills they learn here. There are things they may not be able to learn in school, but once they get to the industries, they get the skills there. At the same time, the industrial attachment program helps students to know where they can find jobs after school.
If I see the 2012 results of the study, already 60% are at different universities and colleges. 35% are working and studying.
Nitwa Kura Elise, niga mu gatanu computer science. Bitewe n'ubumenyi dufite tuzashobora gukorera hanze ku isoko ry'umurimo, kandi n'ikindi gisumbyeho nuko ikigo cyacu kibidufashamo no kudufasha kubona uko dukora hanze aho dukorera n'ibindi bigiye bitandukanye.
Technical training is good because when you study technical things, it's much easier for you to get a job than doing things which are not technical. Girls are few in IT, so when you do it, you'll be like wanted. You will not be wanted because you are a girl, but a competitive girl.
Normally at the end of each term, we bring all the teachers together and we train them in different fields. GIZ has given us different master trainers. We have almost 5 master trainers. So when they are conducting this training, they are also preparing people, Rwandans, who can really replace them when the program is over.
We improve our knowledge and our teaching abilities, and we get more skills on practice.
The courses are very brilliant because there are some new methodology that I'm of teaching, as the topic is effective teaching, and we are running many things like how we can prepare our lessons very clear, and how we can use the methodology that will facilitate the runners so that to move from the theory to the practice.
towards achieving their growth. These are children who do not have parental care. And that's what SOS Children Village does. It's to provide what parents have not been able to provide because either they passed away or they are not in a shape of providing the appropriate education and care.
SOS Rwanda ibifatanyijemo na SOS International ndetse n'abafatanyabikorwa bacu twifuje gushyiraho gahunda ituma rwa rubyiruko rwacu rushobora kubona imirimo. Iyo mirimo nta handi iva, itangwa n'abafatanyabikorwa batandukanye. Abo bafatanyabikorwa rero icyo iyo proje yaje igamije ni ukugira ngo SOS ifatanyirize hamwe n'abafatanyabikorwa batandukanye kugira ngo rwa rubyiruko rubone imirimo.
Ifukani yagize akamaro kanini cyane ku bana. Reka mpere nko kuba bafite imirimo nk'ubu ari batanu bakuyemo imirimo ubu bafite akazi gahoraho bagomba kuba batarabona akazi. Hari n'abandi rero benshi bagiye babona za internship. Ariko ikindi kintu byabafashije barafunguka.
Proje ya Youth Can ntago imaze igihe kinini igeze muri SOS, gusa kuri njyewe yamfashije kubona akazi, narafungutse mu mutwe, byatumye mfunguka mu mutwe, mbona akazi. Nyuma yo kubona akazi hari n'ibindi bitekerezo byagutse ngenda ngira, nko gutekereza kwikorera, nko gutekereza kuba najya inama n'umuntu tukagira ikintu twageraho. Ndumva ibyo byose byaragiye biva muri iyo proje ya Youth Can.
Youth Can nanjye ndi umwe mu bo yagizeho impact. Kuri ubu ngubu njyana mfite umushinga wari Rwanda Made, narabuze kubona launching a project, negereye ubuyobozi bwa SOS baramfasha, kungira inama, bamfasha no implementinga project.
Ndangije ishuri habayeho porogaramu yitwa Youth Can yateguwe na SOS nyine, idufasha bamwe na bamwe kubona professional internship n'akazi, ndetse njyewe nahise mbigiriramo amahirwe mbonamo n'akazi mu ba mbere. Urumva ko ntabwo itagize, yadufashije byose, usibye no kutwishyurira, yanadufashije no kugira ngo tubone akazi dutangire ubuzima bushyashya nyuma y'ishuri.
Ibyo Youth Can yamfashije, namaze amezi 2 muri Amerika ndi kwiga medicine, nkora stage mu bintu bya urgence. Ibyo ni ikintu byari bihenze, bitari abantu benshi badapfa kubona. Rero Youth Can yanciriye inzira nyine genda izamfasha mu gihe kiri imbere nyine kuri karite y'ubuvuzi ntanga ndetse no mu myigire yanjye.
Hari umushinga w'SOS ufasha abana bacikije amashuri, ufasha n'abana b'imfubyi n'abatishoboye. Buri ayo mahirwe nanjye ngeraho nta babyeyi nagiraga, babasha kunjyana mu mwuga barandihirira. Mbega muri make ndangije n'amashuri babasha kumpa muri bike natangiriraho.
Proje ya Youth Can kuri SOS ntabwo numva yahagarara. Impamvu numva itahagarara, kuba njyewe yarangiriye akamaro, hari n'undi yagirira akamaro.
Ikintu cya mbere nakwifuza nuko Youth Can itahagarara, noneho ikaba yenda yakaguka, haba mu myuga nk'uko nabivuze, imyuga, icungamutungo, imirimo, mbese mu bice byose by'imirimo.
Muri proje ya Youth Can abafatanyabikorwa tureba ni babandi corporate partners. Ni ukuvuga dufite abafatanyabikorwa benshi batandukanye, nka Izon BPO idufashiriza urubyiruko ikabaha akazi. Dufite Radisson Blue dufite Marriott Hotel, dufite Kigali Employment Service Center y'umujyi wa Kigali.
Partnership dufitanye na SOS ituruka kuri Partnership Global. Radisson Hotel Group ifitanye na SOS ku rwego rw'isi navuga. Iyo partnership rero iri global niyo twagendereyeho kugira ngo natwe hano i Kigali dusinye iyo partnership na SOS Children Village Rwanda. Muri iyo partnership rero harimo ibice bitandukanye. Igice cya mbere ni cyangwa gufasha umwana cyangwa se abana muri SOS. Ikindi gice rero kijyanye na training of the youth.
ISNBPO nk'ikigo twatangiye gukorana na SOS haciye nk'umwaka, dukorana muri gahunda ya Youth Can. Ni gahunda yaje ihuza na gahunda natwe dusanzwe dufite yo kugira ngo nk'ikigo cyikorera tugire icyo dufasha abantu bo muri community dukoreramo. Mbere yaho twakoranaga n'ibindi bigo, ariko SOS itangije Youth Can tuza gutangira gukorana dusinyana amasezerano yuko tuzagirana ubufatanye bugamije kugira ngo bufashe abantu kugira ngo babone impact mu buzima bwabo.
Icyo nashimira abandi bafatanyabikorwa bose, baba ari abafasha Youth Can, ariko mbonereho navuge no kubafasha SOS muri rusange, nuko turabashimira ubwo bufatanye. Mbere na mbere icyizere bagiriye SOS, kuko hanze aha ngaha hari imiryango myinshi yita ku rubyiruko. Icyizere batugiriye rero turakibashimira.
The school was built in 2004. And basically, the purpose of the school was really to improve the technical teaching, especially for SOS youth, as well as from students coming from the community. TVET is really a technical and vocational education training. It is normally an education which is really focused on providing skills to students, so that really they can just, after finishing, they can just go to the job market.
They are lucky because they are in this school. SOS is ISO certified school. The school is well known. The school has a good resource, human. All teachers are well qualified. We are making installation according to the international standards in order to promote that quality of work in the market here in Rwanda.
TEFSA, it is really an association of different technical schools, and all the schools have really come together to form an association in order to work together. They can improve the technical education in Rwanda. So we are almost 90 schools working under TEFSA. Within TEFSA, we decided also to create Center of Excellence, which can be schools which should really be like a model schools within the TEFSA association. So in each trade, we have a Center of Excellence. Like SOS, we are a center in electricity. This is where maybe other schools should really come so that we can really share equipment and even other practices. I think initially girls are not really willing to join TVET, but as we know that it is really a requirement, but really because once they attend, they are really even better compared to boys. So we normally give them some priorities in case there are some admissions. Up to now, we have a number of 317 students in total. Out of them, 114 these are girls, and 203 are boys. It means in percentage maybe 36% are girls.
It is high time now people should change. very many young people are going for white collar jobs, which they cannot get jobs. There is unemployment looming. So the only option to solve this unemployment problem is to go for technical education.
izina SOS niyo ntero twatangiranye twinjiye ku kigo hari ibintu bya stress gusa ariko bimwe bidaza ibindi bigahita turiga na kibazo SOS ikigo cyiza.
And the school have taken another strategy to see really how they can really self-financing itself in the long run. And one of the options is really to create a production unit. This production unit is really a registered company, a company owned by the school.
Rero production yacu yatangiye ku ntego y'uko yakinjiriza ikigo yarangiza igahereza n'abanyeshuri barangije kuhiga akazi. Production yacu rero akenshi na kenshi kunze gukora ku bakiriya bari hafi n'abari kure, abaza bakabona bagatwara ibihari cyangwa se bakaza bagakoresha komande. Ubwo rero nigaga hano ndi muri sizemu nibwo natangiye gufashanya na workshop manager wa hano, no birangije mu kurangiza amashuri yanjye yahise amamagara araza dukomeza dukorana.
We plan for the students to visit different industries which use the skills they learn here. There are things they may not be able to learn in school, but once they get to the industries, they get the skills there. At the same time, the industrial attachment program helps students to know where they can find jobs after school.
If I see the 2012 results of the study, already 60% are at different universities and colleges. Let's say 35% are working and studying.
Nitwa Kura Elise, niga mu wa gatanu computer science. Bitewe n'ubumenyi dufite tuzashobora gukorera hanze ku isoko ry'umurimo, kandi n'ikindi gisumbyeho nuko ikigo cyacu kibidufashamo no kudufasha kubona uko dukora hanze aho dukorera n'ibindi bigiye bitandukanye.
Technical training is good because when you study technical things, it's much easier for you to get a job than doing things which are not technical. Girls are few in IT, so when you do it, you'll be like wanted. You will not be wanted because you are a girl, but a competitive girl.
Normally at the end of each term, we bring all the teachers together and we train them in different fields. GIZ has given us different master trainers. We have almost 5 master trainers. So when they are conducting this training, they are also preparing people, Rwandans, who can really replace them when the program is over.
We improve our knowledge and our teaching abilities, and we get more skills on practice.
The courses are very brilliant because there are some new methodology that I'm of teaching, as the topic is effective teaching, and we are running many things like how we can prepare our lessons very clear, and how we can use the methodology that will facilitate the runners so that to move from the theory to the practice.
us, we are working towards achieving their growth. These are children who do not have parental care. And that's what SOS Children Village does. It's to provide what parents have not been able to provide because either they passed away or they are not in a shape of providing the appropriate education and care.
SOS Rwanda ibifatanyijemo na SOS International ndetse n'abafatanyabikorwa bacu twifuje gushyiraho gahunda ituma rwa rubyiruko rwacu rushobora kubona imirimo. Iyo mirimo nta handi iva, itangwa n'abafatanyabikorwa batandukanye. Abo bafatanyabikorwa rero icyo iyo proje yaje igamije ni ukugira ngo SOS ifatanyirize hamwe n'abafatanyabikorwa batandukanye kugira ngo rwa rubyiruko rubone imirimo.
Youthcan yagize akamaro kanini cyane ku bana. Reka mbere nko bafite imirimo nk'ubu ari batanu bakuyemo imirimo ubu bafite akazi gahoraho bagomba kuba batarabona akazi. Hari n'abandi rero benshi bagiye babona za internship. Ariko ikindi kintu byabafashije barafunguka.
Proje ya Youthcan ntago imaze igihe kinini igeze muri SOS, gusa kuri njyewe yamfashije kubona akazi, narafungutse mu mutwe, byatumye mfunguka mu mutwe, mbona akazi. Nyuma yo kubona akazi hari n'ibindi bitekerezo byagutse ngenda ngira, nko gutekereza kwikorera, nko gutekereza kuba najya inama n'umuntu tukagira ikintu twageraho. Ndumva ibyo byose byaragiye biva muri iyo proje ya Youthcan.
Youthcan nanjye ndi umwe mu bo yagizeho impact. Kuri ubu ngubu njyana mfite umushinga wari Rwanda made, narabuze kubona launching a project, negereye ubuyobozi bwa SOS baramfasha kungira inama, bumfasha no implementinga project.
Ndangije ishuri habayeho porogaramu yitwa Youthcan yateguwe na SOS nyine, idufasha bamwe na bamwe kubona professional internship n'akazi, ndetse njyewe nahise mbigiriramo amahirwe mbonamo n'akazi mu ba mbere. Urumva ko ntako itagize, yadufashije byose usibye no kutwishyurira, yanadufashije no kugira ngo tubone akazi dutangire ubuzima bushyashya nyuma y'ishuri.
Ibyo Youthcan yamfashije, namaze amezi 2 muri Amerika ndi kwiga medicine, nkora stage mu bintu bya urgence. Ibyo ni ikintu byari bihenze, bitari abantu benshi badapfa kubona. Rero Youthcan yanciriye inzira nyine genda izamfasha mu gihe kiri imbere nyine kuri karite y'ubuvuzi ntanga ndetse no mu myigire yanjye.
Hari umushinga w'SOS ufasha abana bacikije amashuri, ufasha n'abana b'imfubyi n'abatishoboye. Dore ayo mahirwe nanjye ngeraho nta babyeyi nagiraga, babasha kunjyana mu mwuga barandihirira. Mbega muri make ndangije n'amashuri babasha kumpa muri bike natangiriraho.
Proje ya Youthcan kuri SOS ntabwo numva yahagarara. Impamvu numva itahagarara, kuba njyewe yarangiriye akamaro, hari n'undi yagirira akamaro.
Ikintu cya mbere nakwifuza ni uko Youthcan itahagarara, noneho ikaba yenda yakaguka haba mu myuga nk'uko nabivuze, imyuga, icungamutungo, imirimo, mbese mu bice byose by'imirimo.
Muri proje ya Youthcan abafatanyabikorwa tureba ni babandi corporate partners. Ni ukuvuga dufite abafatanyabikorwa benshi batandukanye, nka Izon BPO idufashiriza urubyiruko ikabaha akazi. Dufite Radisson Blue dufite Marriott Hotel, dufite Kigali Employment Service Center y'umujyi wa Kigali.
Partnership dufitanye na SOS ituruka kuri partnership global. Radisson Hotel Group ifitanye na SOS ku rwego rw'isi navuga. Iyo partnership rero iri global niyo twagendereyeho kugira ngo natwe hano i Kigali dusinye iyo partnership na SOS Children Village Rwanda. Muri iyo partnership rero harimo ibice bitandukanye. Igice cya mbere ni cyangwa gufasha umwana cyangwa se abana muri SOS. Ikindi gice rero kijyanye na training of the youth.
ISNBPO nk'ikigo twatangiye gukorana na SOS haciye nk'umwaka, dukorana muri gahunda ya Youth Can. Ni gahunda yaje ihuza na gahunda natwe dusanzwe dufite yo kugira ngo nk'ikigo cyikorera tugire icyo dufasha abantu bo muri community dukoreramo. Mbere yaho twakoranaga n'ibindi bigo, ariko SOS itangije Youth Can tuza gutangira gukorana dusinyana amasezerano yuko tuzagirana ubufatanye bugamije kugira ngo bufashe abantu kugira ngo babone impact mu buzima bwabo.
Icyo nashimira abandi bafatanyabikorwa bose, baba ari abafasha Youth Can, ariko mbonereho navuge no kubafasha SOS muri rusange, nuko turabashimira ubwo bufatanye. Mbere na mbere icyizere bagiriye SOS, kuko hanze aha ngaha hari imiryango myinshi yita ku rubyiruko. Icyizere batugiriye rero turakibashimira.
The school was built in 2004. And basically, the purpose of the school was really to improve the technical teaching, especially for SOS youth, as well as from students coming from the community. TVET is really a technical and vocational education training. It is normally an education which is really focused on providing skills to students, so that really they can just, after finishing, they can just go to the job market.
They are lucky because they are in this school. SOS is ISO certified school. The school is well known. The school has a good resource, human. All teachers are well qualified. We are making installation according to the international standards in order to promote that quality of work in the market here in Rwanda.
TEFSA, it is really an association of different technical schools, and all the schools have really come together to form an association in order to work together. They can improve the technical education in Rwanda. So we are almost 90 schools working under TEFSA. Within TEFSA, we decided also to create center of excellence, which can be schools which should really be like a model schools within the TEFSA association. So in each trade, we have a center of excellence. Like SOS, we are a center in electricity. This is where maybe other schools should really come so that we can really share equipment and even other practices. I think initially girls are not really willing to join TVET, but as we know that it is really a requirement, not really, because once they attend, they are really even better compared to boys. So we normally give them some priorities in case there are some admissions. Up to now, we have a number of 317 students in total. Out of them, 114, these are girls, and 203 are boys. It means in percentage maybe 36% are girls.
It is high time now people should change. Very many young people are going for white-collar jobs, which they cannot get jobs. There is unemployment looming. So the only option to solve this unemployment problem is to go for technical education.
izina SOS niyo ntero twatangiranye twinjiye ku kigo hari ibintu bya stress gusa ariko bimwe biraza ibindi bigahita turiga na kibazo SOS ikigo cyiza.
And the school have taken another strategy to see really how they can really self-financing itself in the long run. And one of the options is really to create a production unit. This production unit is really a registered company, a company owned by the school.
Rero production yacu yatangiye ku ntego y'uko yakinjiriza ikigo yarangiza igahereza n'abanyeshuri barangije kuhiga akazi. Production yacu rero akenshi na kenshi kunze gukora ku bakiriya bari hafi n'abari kure, abaza bakabona bagatwara ibihari cyangwa se bakaza bagakoresha komande. Ubwo rero nigaga hano ndi muri size muri bwo natangiye gufashanya na workshop manager wa hano, no birangije mu kurangiza amashuri yanjye yahise amamagara dukomeza dukorana.
We plan for the students to visit different industries which use the skills they learn here. There are things they may not be able to learn in school, but once they get to the industries, they get the skills there. At the same time, the industrial attachment program helps students to know where they can find jobs after school.
If I see the 2012 results of the study, already 60% are at different universities and colleges. Let's say 35% are working and studying.
Nitwa Kura Elise, niga mu gatanu computer science. Tewe n'ubumenyi dufite tuzashobora gukorera hanze ku isoko ry'umurimo, kandi n'ikindi gisumbyeho nuko ikigo cyacu kibidufashamo no kudufasha kubona uko dukora hanze aho dukorera n'ibindi bigiye bitandukanye.
Technical training is good because when you study technical things, it's much easier for you to get a job than doing things which are not technical. Girls are few in IT, so when you do it, you'll be like wanted. You will not be wanted because you are a girl, but a competitive girl.
Normally at the end of each term, we bring all the teachers together and we train them in different fields. GIZ has given us different master trainers. We have almost 5 master trainers. So when they are conducting this training, they are also preparing people, Rwandans, who can really replace them when the program is over.
We improve our knowledge and our teaching abilities, and we get more skills on practice.
The courses are very brilliant because there are some new methodology that I'm of teaching, as the topic is effective teaching, and we are running many things like how we can prepare our lessons very clear, and how we can use the methodology that will facilitate the runners so that to move from the theory to the practice.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. For those who haven't gotten a seat yet, please get your seats. We're about to start the proceedings. Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Welcome to the SOS Children Village Kura Umenye project, Umenye. Today we're going to address children, a cause that's truly close to my heart, something that truly, truly, truly matters to me, and I'm pretty sure matters to everybody here in the room. I'll quickly go through the program. I'll first give the floor to our national director. Right after that, we'll have a short documentary from SOS Children's Villages Rwanda. It will be followed by the presentation of the project in itself. Entertainment a little bit after. It's a little surprise we have for you. We'll have remarks by the partner from SOS Children's Villages Denmark. Remarks by the chairman right after. A keynote address by the guest of honor. A group photo, and then we'll proceed for lunch. It will take about an hour, all things considered. My name is Regis Isheja. I'll be your MC for the day. Now, we're here to talk about children. The things that we're going to address here is remedial learning. No kid should be left behind. No child should be left behind. We'll address family strengthening. We'll talk about street kids, what we call street kids, that are our kids that have to be reinserted in the society and be part of us. We'll also address mental health, which has become trendy, but it shouldn't be trendy. It should be something that's always there, that we should always care about, cater to, and grasp. 30,000 kids are affected. We'll talk about it today. Without further ado, let me introduce the National Director of SOS, Mr. Jean Bosco Kwizera.
Thank you so much, Mr. Regis, our moderator for today. Before I start with my welcoming notes, I would like to recognize the presence of our guest of honor, Director Cyrus Ngaboyosha. Please wave to the people here, just to inform you that we are being followed live by children in all our 4 locations, and they are really eager to hear to what this program is going to bring to them. So, Mr. Cyrus, wave to the people here. So we have also among us Madame Redegonde Mvejuru, advisor to the First Lady, but also representing Imbuto Foundation in this event. Here present as well, we are honored to be with Nadine Umutoni Gatsinzi, Director General for NCDA. We are as well with Deputy Director General for National Rehabilitation Services, Mr. Faustin Hirushkwa. Greet the people as well. So we are with our guests who have traveled from far. They've come from SOS Denmark. They are our partner. They are our colleague. So I start with Anne Seisko, Director of Fundraising. We also have the Senior Program Manager from SOS Denmark. She has been a friend to Rwanda. She has been in Rwanda for many, many times and occasions. Please greet the people as well, Carolina. So we are honored also to be with the chairperson of SOS Children Village Rwanda, Mr. Jagakwaya. Please wave to the people as well. So thank you so much. We have different partners. I would call them, and they will stand up and wave to the people here in the room, but also I remind you that we are being followed by many people online in our locations, and also other partners that we have shared the link, as this COVID pandemic measures has helped us to really organize big events with a small number of people. So we have representative of UNICEF, representative of a big coalition that we work with, Coalition Umwana Kwisonga. We have Deputy Country Director for Inspire, Educate, Empower. So we have a representative from 8 districts who will be supporting us in the implementation of this program. So if they are already here, please stand up, all of you, and greet people. So those from 8 districts, thank you so much. So we have also media houses. Obviously, they are already stand up and they are doing the job. So we honor you as well. So dear children, we have representative of children. Please wave for us, children. So today it's about you. So you are our main guest of honor for this day. So distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed, welcome to this Kura Umenye project kickoff. Our vision as SOS is to ensure that every child belongs to a family and grow with love, respect, and security. That's our main mission. And to reach that mission, we hope to reach that vision by building families for children in need. We help them to shape their future, their own future, as we contribute toward the development of their communities. So this project falls directly into that mission and vision and our hope for the children, because it will be working mainly on family strengthening and reintegration. This will include to ensure that we reintegrate 4,000 children in this project will be reintegrated from the street, from other situation that is not the right situation they should be in as the children of the Rwanda. So we also intend to work on the remedial learning. We are working with the Ministry of Education to ensure that this program responds to the needs that ministry has. With this program, we actually intend to reach more than 32,000 children from 120 schools around the country. We also want to integrate an important program. This is very important because I was honored to participate in on Saturday, this Saturday, in National Children's Summit. And actually this was one of their demands, to ensure that mental health is considered as a priority within the school. And this program intends to support specifically this area in the school, but also we are intending to build the synergy with other programs, especially the program that already being implemented in the school. So we will have the opportunity to run the detail of the project through all the activities that are going to be happening this event. But I really hope with your commitment and with the presence of the guests that we have invited here, that this project for sure will reach its intended objectives. So with this few words, I thank you so much for honoring our invitation. I hope you enjoy this event, and may God bless you all. Thank you so much.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a short documentary of SOS Children's Village Rwanda. Please run it.
Iyo uvuze SOS Children's Village abantu benshi bumva amashuri ariko nuko ariyo baba babona yigamwe abana benshi baturuka mu baturanyi b'iyo miryango ya SOS ariko ubundi SOS Children's Village ni ikigo kita ku bana b'imfubyi n'abandi bana batagira kivurira aho umwana yitabwaho nk'umuntu umwe atari ukuvugira muri rusange akagira umuryango akagira abavandimwe akagira mama. Children's Village Rwanda ni ishami rya SOS Children's Village International ikaba yaravukiye mu gihugu cya Autriche mu 1949 nyuma y'intambara y'isi yose. Rwanda rero yaje kuhaza mu 1979 batangira bubaka ikigo cya SOS Children's Village hano Kacyiru. SOS yagiye yagura ibikorwa byayo mu Rwanda bitewe n'ibibazo biba bihari. 1992 ahitwaga Gikongoro, ubu ngubu ni muri Nyamagabe, hari inzara iteye ubwoba ku buryo SOS rero yahise itabara, nabwo bashinga icyo kigo ayo mazu imiryango 6. Mu 1994 habaye jenoside yakorewe abatutsi mu Rwanda, igihugu cyari kigeze habi cyane. SOS rero yaratabaye itangirira iza ikurikira aho RPA ingabo za FPR zagendaga zifata zitabara abo bana baba batawe cyangwa se abana barokotse. Nyuma rero nibwo baje kubaka ikigo cya SOS Children's Village Gicumbi. Barangije kucyubaka mu 1997. 2010 nibwo twatangije ikindi kigo, naho kandi twashyira amashuri y'inshuke, amashuri abanza, noneho tunahashyira n'ivuriro. Uko niko SOS Children's Village Rwanda yakoze kugeza ubu ngubu.
Namufasha afite amezi 2, ariko kuva SOS imariye kumpa inyigisho nagize ubwenge bubasha kugira ngo mbashe kurera uwo mwana. Mu nyigisho baduhaye banyigishije uburyo twarera umwana utari uwacu. Ni ukuvuga ngo ikintu cya mbere batwigishije kubanza guhuza umwana turera utari uwacu n'abacu twabyaye mu nda.
Hari n'ibindi bikorwa byo gushaka gukumira ko umwana yagira ibibazo. Iyo niyo porogaramu dukunda kwita Family Strengthening Program. Cyane cyane no kubaka ubushobozi bw'imiryango tubona ko ihungabanye, bishoboka ko tutatabaye abana bashobora kugereramo ibibazo, ababyeyi bakabata bagatabana, cyangwa se n'abana bakabura uburenganzira bwabo bwose. Kuva 2017 twatangiye no gukora ubutabazi ku bana bo mu muhanda. Umwana tukamukura muri bwa buzima bwo mu muhanda, tugakora icyo bita psychosocial support, aho umwana aba rehabilitated.
Ndangije ishuri habayeho porogaramu yitwa USCAN yateguwe na SOS nyine, idufasha bamwe na bamwe kubona professional internship n'akazi, ndetse njyewe nahise mbigiriramo amahirwe mbonamo n'akazi mu ba mbere. Urumva ko nta kitagize, yadufashije byose, usibye no kutwishyurira, yanadufashije no kugira ngo tubone akazi dutangire ubuzima bushyashya nyuma y'ishuri.
Ibyo USCAN yamfashije namaze amezi 2 muri Amerika ndi kwiga medicine nkora stage mu bintu bya urgence. Ibyo ni ibintu byari bihenze bitari abantu benshi badapfa kubona. Rero youth can yanciriye inzira nyine igenda izamfasha mu gihe kiri imbere nyine kuri karite y'ubuvuzi ntanga ndetse no mu myigire yanjye.
Nanjye ndi umwe mu bo yagizeho impact. Kuri ubu ngubu njyana mfite umushinga wari Rwanda Made, narabuze kubona launching a project. Negereye ubuyobozi bwa SOS buramfasha kungira inama, bumfasha no implementinga project.
Naje kubona abatekinisiye bakora ibintu byo kubaza, nza kubona ari ibintu byiza muri ngewe, numva nshatse kubyiga. Kubw'amahirwe naje kugira amahirwe yo gufashwa n'umushinga wa SOS, mpitamo kwiga uwo mwuga w'ububaji. Kuri ngewe cyari ikibazo kuba nagera nk'ikintu mbasha kwigurira muri ngewe, ariko ubu ngubu aho natangiriye aka kazi nta kibazo cy'ibihumbi 20 cyangwa 30 nabasha guhura nacyo ngo ntabasha kugikemura.
SOS ije irebye izuba tugira inaha, bagerageje kudushyiramo imiyoboro, turavomerera, ibishyimbo birera, ibigori birera. Nejeje ibigori nk'ibiro 400, kandi ubundi iyo nezaga ibigori umufuka umwe nabaga numva ko ari uwo nguwo uhagije.
SOS Children's Villages Achievements. Total number of children and youth in alternative care 939. Children reintegrated 331. Children living in the family care 247. Youth living in small group homes 54. Youth living in SOS care 307. Children supported in family strengthening programs 7,887. SOS Children's Villages projects and expertise. 4 family strengthening programs, 2 child reintegration projects, 5 youth employability projects, 1 green project, 1 oral mental health project, mental health and psychosocial support expertise. Based on this expertise, SOS Children's Villages Rwanda is now implementing the Umenye project, supporting at least 32,000 children with the remedial learning after-school program, reaching at least 32,000 children with mental health and psychosocial support, strengthening 1,000 families, and reintegrating 4,000 children from street situations.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the presentation of the Umenye project, please welcome Director George Gakuba.
Good afternoon. My name is George Gakuba, dear Director General, dear distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to present to you the project, Umenye. It's a brief presentation that will not take you a lot of time. Yes, I think we can go to the next slide, please. Yes, SOS Rwanda, I think a lot of introduction has been mentioned by the Director General. I would request not to dwell much into the introduction part. We go to the next slide. Yes, SOS is currently operating in 4 primary schools, Kayonza, Gicumbi, Gasaba, and Nyamagabe. We have 4 kindergarten schools, 1 secondary school in Kayonza, and since 2005, SOS has been running a technical school that is located at Kagugu. It deals specifically in ICT and electronics. So currently SOS is trying to pull out the schools directly and then deal with supporting schools, children in schools. So we are, as SOS, withdrawing from the schools and then go into supporting schools. We are handing over the schools to the private sector. So it is in process. Probably in 1 or 2 years, this will be affected. Next slide. Yes, now Umenye project. As the national director mentioned, we have the project. The expected impact is to grow in children, growth in caring family, learn in child-centered schools, and then thrive in responsive communities. This is the major impact in Umenye project. Then outcome, we have like 3 outcomes: caregivers and child protection community structure. Then children and young people learning outcomes, technical life skills and significantly improved. Then mental health and adolescent sexual rights and health reproduction. That is another outcome that the project is eyeing. Then our intervention zones, we have 8 districts that we'll have to do our implementation in. We have Gasabo, Bugesera, Rwamagana, Kayonza, Huye, Nyamagabe, Gicumbi, and Musanze. The project is expected to start in the, we are now in a kickoff, so we probably, we are starting off right from today. If this is a kickoff event that is permitting us to, start right away. So we are ending in Q4 of 2025. Now, Umenye in project components, as the national director mentioned, we have family strengthening and reintegration, where we are expecting to reach to 1,000 families and then 4,000 children from the street situations. Then another component is remedial learning. At least 32,000 of the pupils or students in P4, P5, and P6 that we intend to reach in the entire project. Then mental health and psychosocial support. Still, as you've seen in SOS expertise, we are, more, we have more expert in psychosocial support and mental health, and also we are eyeing 32,000 children. Then to go in detail, I think I will not go much in more words. The brief, this is the explanation for the brief previous slide that was I presented. So here maybe to add on some, we are projecting to support 4,000 that has been mentioned and reach to 1,000 families. Also, we are intending to provide skills to community-based organization. To mention one, IZUs. I think most of us here know what IZUs are. Then on the family strengthening, brief activities. Proceed with economic supporting through revolving system, 1 cow per poor family, and 160 households that will be reached, so that they improve food and security. Then helping 500 children and young people to get access to school. That is through school provision of school fees, materials, scholastic materials, supporting them in that. And also we intend to provide 280 small husbandry and support 500 caregivers with farming seeds. So all that is the, the component of family strengthening. We have already mentioned this in remedial learning, where we intend to reach out to 120 schools in 8 districts. And in each school, we are intending to at least train 2 teachers that will be helping our students to be, to be participating in remedial learning, as we mentioned. And also the target, I think, has been already mentioned. The grant or the fund is from Hamper Foundation and SOS Denmark. I've been mentioning this. I think will not go in. Maybe another component that we're intending to do in education and remedial learning is to support 240 youth in vocational training. This also will assist, the project will also assist these youth, trained youth, to access the tools, toolkit, to start over their own businesses. Yeah, mental health, we are intending to reach to 8,000 children and young people. In 4 years, we are targeting 32,000 children and young people. We are also intending to mentor 2 teachers in each school regarding the mental health issues. I think all this has been mentioned from the previous slides. I think let me go right away to the donors, our partners, SOS Denmark, Hamper Foundation, implementation partners. We have Migeprof, Mineduc, REB and NESA, Minalok, Mbuto Foundation, IEE, 80 districts, as mentioned, and many more. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.
To add to what the director just said, for more information, you have packages on tables. For those who are sitting at the back, it should be under your seats. You have project summaries. You have a magazine called Mudahiranwa, which is undefeated, that should allow to have more information. Now is the fun part. We have entertainment, which is a little surprise we have for you guys. Entertainment by children from the SOS Children's Village, Rwanda. Enjoy.
Dear audience, good afternoon. My name is Semeshimwe Marians, and as the group, we are Indashchirwa from SOS Children's Village, Gikongoro. We are going to play a sketch called From Street to Positions. It highlights what happens when a street child is helped by a right caregiver at the right time. It also highlights what happens when a child is under the hand of a wrong caregiver. Without delaying for the skit. Thank you.
Nigeze kunywa. Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, our lovely teacher.
How are you?
We are fine.
How was the weekend?
The weekend was very fantastic.
Very well. You may sit down.
Thank you, teacher.
As you enjoy your seat, you may remember that I promised you a classwork today about the previous lesson on Friday. To prove that you have revised this weekend, take your exercises books and do the classwork I'm going to write on the board. Do them as quickly as you can. We don't have time to lose, please. Who's that one shouting in the class? Does he think that we have time to shout? Does he think that we have time to sleep? Stand up. Why are you shouting in the class? Why are you sleeping in the class? You don't have a reason. Stand over there and stop disturbing the class. Please, it is not time to shout. Everyone else, it is time for break. You may go for break.
amakosa sinakoze yanwaje kugabanya lamenasis amuriza sinako tata bakara copiare pe ricoscena buti mana sono di coria passa qua dico te scapochi papi
Yeah, man. How can you wake up at 6, man? Did you finish your ganja?
I'm very hungry. I didn't sleep well because I was very hungry.
Man, I'm also very hungry. But because of this injury which is paining a lot, I got to sleep late at night.
I'm sorry, Papi. But tell me, man, how did you get injured?
Man, it's a wrong story. Let it, nigga.
Don't worry, nigga. But please tell me, what happened?
Man, it's a sad story. Last time in the afternoon, I was very hungry and thirsty. They decided to go to the home of John to get a glass of water. When I reached there, I saw that the gate was opened. As I got inside, I saw dishes. Maybe the maid was about to wash them. As soon as I saw them, I ran towards to see if no leftover food. Fortunately, I got a plate of food near the window, and I picked it quickly as I moved away. On the gate, I met a maid with a bar of soap in his hands. Man, he rushed after me, saying, "Stop, young thief, stop, please." He put me a plate of food and threw it into the rubbish bin. When I was hungry, man, he took a big stick and he started beating me. Trying to escape, I slid and fell down. And I got this injury while seeing. Seeing it made ran back and I came here.
I'm sorry, Papi. Gee, your story reminds me of my first day on the street. I remember how senior street children beat me severely, how they took the old bag I had and whatever I had in it, saying they were integrating me in their group. They used to come every morning and good morning, Aunt.
Good morning. How are you?
Things are very tough, Auntie.
Oh, what's wrong?
See, man, this guy is very sick and very hungry. Please help us if you can.
My name is Umenye, so is mother. What's your name?
I'm Joe, and my friend is Papi.
Okay, nice to meet you, Joe. Take this little piece of bread and share it with Papi. I also have some money here. Take it. And take Papi to the hospital. Remember also to buy a drink which will help you with the drink.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you. You are welcome.
Ma?
But, no. Things can't take there by there. We must take revenge on him, man.
Oh, man? What are you talking about?
It's all about the housemaid who injured you, man. I'm very, very angry with him.
But nothing you can do to him, man. Being beaten is our life.
No, Papi. We have to protect ourselves, man. We have to seek for our own justice. We are human beings, not animals. Even animals must be protected and preserved.
Oh, man. You are right. But still now, I'm not getting what you are talking about.
I have a plan, bro.
That's why I love you. You always have killer plans, so I can't wait to get in.
You see, Jamal, every day, Peter, the housemaid who injured you, comes to his boss for some foodstuff and money to buy others. So, I'm going to hide somewhere along with a very, very big stick.
Yes.
Your leg is very small. I will wait for as he goes back home and punish him very, very, very seriously. I will break both his legs.
Oh.
He has to learn that street children are also people.
Oh, man. You are right. But make sure not later than tomorrow.
Papi, you need justice. I swear I will do it today.
Oh, man. Very thanks.
Among them, the Joe who almost killed Peter, the maid of John shopkeeper. There is also a pregnant child.
Good. Bring them one by one.
Yes, sir.
How are you, young boy? I'm Inspector Sarim. Feel free and tell me everything. How did you become a street kid?
My family is full of domestic violence and we are very poor. My father used to beat my mother in front of me. After a long period of domestic violence, my mother, who was tired, walai, decided to bring her life to an end by chemical suicide. After only 4 months, my father married another woman who was always mistreating me. After 2 months of suffering, I decided to leave our home for the street, man. Before leaving home, I thought of killing myself like my mother did. Gee, but I chose street life instead of death.
Your lifestyle is so sad. Can you please tell me about how you injured Peter, who is in hospital right now?
Man, fighting is our life. On the street, we fight every day. Fighting is not a big deal. Thank God he didn't die.
Yeah, I know, but I want you to tell me about Peter.
Peter is a bad person, officer. Gee, he injured my friend Papi.
Who is Papi?
He is with me here, sir. Don't you remember a boy with a broken leg you interviewed in this morning?
I see. He was wearing a head cap and a black sweater.
Yeah, you are right, sir.
So how are you the one who injured Peter?
You see, nigga, Papi is a good friend of mine and he is very young. So I have to protect him and give him justice. That's why I took revenge on Peter on behalf of Papi.
Thank you, Joe. Take the next to get. Officer, go and talk to the vice mayor in charge of social affairs so that he may help us to solve these cases. Get a seat. How are you, young girl? I'm Inspector Salim. Feel free and tell me everything. How did you become a street kid?
Inspector, I have a sorrowful story. I had been found on the street by a kind widow who allowed me as her own kid. In short, I don't know my parents. When I was 12 years, the widow who raised me up died. After her death, I struggled alone in the house. I was visited by different men and boys whom I stripped to live to earn a living. Some used the condoms and others couldn't, depending on how much they paid me. Finally, I was impregnated and I don't know the right father who impregnated me. After being impregnated, all uncles, I mean brothers of the widow, sent me out of the house and I started being a street child.
Thank you, Teta, join other children. She's most welcome. Good afternoon, Vice Mayor.
Good afternoon.
Here we have some cases where street children have now faced some troubles on the street. One of them committed a crime and that one is pregnant. The one who committed the crime, you shall remain with him. But the one who is pregnant, you might take care of her as well as others. Furthermore, we have information that can help us to solve these cases.
Thank you, sir. Together with the National Commission of Children, we are going to start the process of integration and unification. I am very sure SOS Civil Rwanda will help us during this transition period as we wait for the right family for integrating them. In case we don't find the biological relative to receive them, SOS CV can enroll them into their family care. We are very lucky because we have a good partnership with them. Thank you.
Great. Except for Joe, who is still waiting for his trial, we may help you transporting others to SOS Civil Rwanda with a press van. Thank you for coming.
Welcome.
ninde uri bunyandikire se? Hello, boy. I'm Prosecutor Brianna, and I heard that you are accused of beating.
Yes.
What's the reason behind that?
Are you serious, man? You are asking me reasons for fighting. Do you know how many times I fight a day? For sure I don't know. Let me tell you. On the street, fighting is our life. How can you survive on the street without fighting? How can you get food if you don't fight over it? How can you be safe on the street, man, if you don't protect yourself? Man, on the street, no joke.
Joe, can you please tell me the story of the fight between you and Peter, whom you injured both legs and is in the hospital right now for treatment?
Peter is a bad man, madam.
How?
Gee, he injured my friend Papi for no reason, only eating their leftover food, madam. I made a plan to revenge on him and it worked. I have to protect young street children from bad people like Peter, man.
Do you accept that you did it?
Yes, madam, but I already said it.
Do you know that what you did is a crime which is punished by the law?
No, madam. But if it's a crime, forgive me, please. Walai, I'm not going to fight again.
No problem. Thank you, Joe. You can go. I will have to take this case to the court. They will inform you the day of your trial. Take him out.
No, madam. Please forgive me. I'm really sorry for what I did.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm feeling a sweetie party. I think we are feeling the same. As our enjoyment is still sweetie, we have regressed. He passed in ups and downs. He is a brave and legend person. Let's welcome him so that he can deliver his precious speech. Mr. Brian, you are warmly welcome.
Dear parents, fellow brothers and sisters, distinguished guests, good morning. It's of mercy from Almighty God who protected me since day one of my life. I passed through ups and downs, but thanks be to the Lord God. I'd like to thank everyone who helped me in all my struggles. First of all, my sincere gratitude to my SOS mother. Mom, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for your care and love. Many thanks to my Aunt Joyce, who always made sure I did my homework well. Let me take this opportunity to thank our national director who enrolled me at SOS Civil Rwanda, the head of our location, village director, and my teachers. I can't forget to thank the police. They rescued me from the street and helped me in the process to join SOS. I also thank my sister Joy, who is like my biological mother. Thanks to my SOS siblings, you showed me love. Thanks to you all for guiding me. I am who I am because of you. May the Almighty God bless you. Let me share with you briefly my life story. I was born in a rich family. You could get almost everything we needed. Later on, my parents died. I suffered a lot after the death of my parents, and I decided becoming a street kid. On day one, when I joined the street kid, I was beaten severely by the street gang, saying they were integrating me in their group. I started drinking alcohol and ganja. After several years on the street, living a terrible life, I was caught by the police who reported me to the National Commission for Children, NCC, and then NCC found SOSCV as the right family for me, and they took me to this lovely home where I got incredible love and care. SOSCV made me a family, the best family I have ever seen. They gave me high quality education. I was cared for everything. That's why I wish to express my sincere thanks to this wonderful organization. As I conclude my speech, I wish to inform you that the President of Supreme Court appointed me as a judge at Nyamagabe Intermediate Court. Thanks to high quality education I got from SOS schools, which prepared me well for the School of Law, where I graduated today. Thank you very much. May the Almighty God keep blessing SOS Children's Village.
Good morning to you all. I'm Gracious, the head of our location. First three, we're all here for receiving the report on how the integration and reunification is going on. The social work in charge, the floor is yours.
Thank you, our head of location, NCC representative, as well as House in large. Straight to the issue of reintegration and reunification, all preparations are almost done. Rehabilitation cessation for children, parents, as well as for the whole community is all successfully done. All concerned people are ready. To add to this, SOSCV provided all essential equipment for the sake of the children's benefits. We provided funds for income generation activities in order for the families to earn a living. We built all the needed shelter, and we're busy preparing for the interrogation ceremony next week. To conclude, this report needs further information. Thank you.
NCC representative, may you add something, please?
Great. Thank you, SOSCV, for all your help towards Ugandan citizens. This is the right time for integration. We would like to tell you that the week from 22nd to 27th November 2021 is the week for children reintegration. So prepare everything about your integration so that all children will have been integrated effectively before the end of that week. Thank you.
What a wow! Thank you, social work representative and NCC representative, for the great work you did. We had a wonderful discussion, so let's call it a day.
Morning, everyone. As you know, this is the judgment day for Mr. Joe. We may start. As defined by the law number 71/2018 of 31st August 2018 relating to the protection of the child. Article 3, which defines a child as any person under 18 years of age. Joe is a child. The court took his personality status into consideration while sentencing him. Joe, as you may know, you are accused of assault or battery because you willfully beat and injured Peter. After receiving and examining all pertinent information, including pre-sentence investigation report and your admission of a crime in front of the judge, after assessing legal provisions concerned in this case, including law number 68/2018 of 30th August 2018, determining offenses and penalties in general. Article 121, which stipulates a person who willfully injures, beats, or commits any serious violence against another person commits an offense. If assault or battery is committed with premeditation or ambush, the offender is liable to imprisonment of a term of not less than 10 years and not more than 15 years, and a fine of not less than 3 million Rwandan francs and not more than 5 million Rwandan francs. Article 54, determining the punishment of a person aged between 14 and 18 years of age. If a convict was aged at least 14 years of age, but less than 18 years of age at the time of commission of the offense, the following penalties apply. A penalty not exceeding half of penalties he or she would receive if he or she would be subjected to a fixed term imprisonment. Article 59, which states the judge may reduce the penalties, especially when, at the outset of the trial in the first instance, the accused pleads guilty by sincere confession. Article 60. If there are some mitigating circumstances, the penalties may be reduced as follows. A fixed term imprisonment may be reduced, but it can't be less than the minimum sentence provided for the offense committed. Article 54. Determining conditions for application of a suspension of a penalty. Suspension of a sentence is a court decision which orders the stay of execution of a penalty which doesn't exceed 5 years. Suspension of a penalty is ordered when the gravity of the offense is considered. Law number 71/2018 of 31st August 2018 relating to the protection of the child. Article 13, regulating the provisional placement for a child. Upon approval by the competent court, national organ for children provisionally takes away the child from the custodial family and places him or her in another family or in a social welfare institution willing to provisionally receive him or her. Based on the stated evidences, the court found that you are guilty and conferred you a penalty provided for this crime according to the law number 68/2018 of 30th August 2018, determining offenses and penalties in general. Considering that you are a child, that you admitted the crime in front of the judge, the court sentenced you a penalty of a suspended 1 year of imprisonment for them to ensure your effective rehabilitation and reunification You will be under SOS Children's Village care. You have 8 days to make your appeal against the sentence. Done today on November 22nd, 2021 at Nyamagabe Intermediate Court.
Joe, you may come and sign here.
DJ, reduce the volume. I can see that the party's on fire. We have everything. I could lie requesting everyone enjoying to the fullest. Cheers to you all. Now let's welcome the chief of the family so that he can deliver his speech. Sir, you are welcome.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are comfortable in this wonderful feast. As you knew before, this is the ceremony of welcoming back home our son Kalisa Joe. Joe, you are most welcome in your family. Since you left, everything has changed. You are going to have a wonderful life here, I promise. I am grateful to SOS Civil Rwanda for having provided everything to our family. Keep enjoying and thank you very much. God bless you.
What a wonderful party. SOS made it. Cheers, brother. Let's enjoy.
Dear audience, this is the end of our skit, and we'd like to thank you all for watching us. First, we'd like to thank our school and teachers for being there for our high-quality education. And we are a child rights club in Dashikirwa. Our role is to advocate for child rights, set preventive measures against child abuse, and report child abuse to relevant authorities. We always thank SOS Civil Rwanda for being there for children who have lost parental care and those who are at risk of losing it. We are really grateful.
I think those kids deserve another hand of applause, don't you think? And now, ladies and gentlemen, let me invite one of our finest partners from SOS Children's Villages, Denmark. Her name is Anna Listiko, please.
Hello. The representative of the Minister, Gender and Family Promotion, and the guest of honor, the representative of the Minister of Local Government, the distinguished government representative of different partners and institutions, dear partners from sister organization, dear national director from SOS Children Village in Rwanda, and dear colleagues. It's a great honor to be representing SOS Denmark today in the kickoff of the Kura Umenye project. We, SOS Denmark, we SOS Denmark has a long-standing collaboration with SOS Rwanda. And we have dedicated our work and a joint effort to improve the life of the most vulnerable children and families. We are very proud of being able to secure funds on the Kura Umenye program. Through this new program, we hope to contribute to national strategy and priorities, especially in the area of mental health, family strengthening, and education for the most vulnerable children. The Kura Umenye project is based on the learning and experience achieved through previous projects and programs implemented by SOS Rwanda. And our ambition with this program is to ensure that children grow in caring family, learn in child-centered schools, and through responsible communities. On behalf of SOS Children Village in Denmark, we would like to thank you for taking the time for joining us today and for the support provided. We are convinced that the joint efforts between the different partners is the only way to achieve the Sustainable Development Goal of leaving no child behind. Murakoze, Joe?
Another hand of applause for her trying to speak her best Kinyarwanda. Your Kinyarwanda is probably better than mine. Probably. All right. Let me now invite the chairman of board of directors at SOS Children's Villages Rwanda, Mr. Jean Gakwaya, for a few words.
Thank you, moderator. Guest of honor, Mr. Silas Ngayabosha, our guest from local government. Let us also welcome our partners from SOS Denmark. There are many guests also. We have other partners, the Deputy National Director of NRIS. We have the National Director of NCDA. We have representatives from UNICEF. We have also other representatives from 8 districts representing their respective districts. We have representatives of children of SOS Rwanda. I would like to extend a warm welcome to everybody in this setting for the kickoff of this important project. Originally, I thought about giving a short brief about SOS Rwanda, what we do, and what we are known to do, and what we don't do. But I was fortunate to find that it was on the program. The first presentation actually outlined what SOS does and what SOS is. So I'm not going to extend my explanation on that one. The second part I thought about talking was with regard to the project itself. You know, the outcomes, why this project has been designed, and what are the outcomes we are expecting and the impact it's going to make. Fortunately, the second presentation also showed clearly and explained in an extensive way what is the project is all about. So then I thought about what is left for me. Then I decided to talk about just two things, which will be summarized. The first one is about children. After looking at the sketch, my mind turned around and I thought, why are we here? It's all about children. Sketch, the word itself, I didn't like it too much. It's, you define a sketch as a short comic performance. This was not comic to me because it reflects some degree of reality. The children who are playing this sketch, some of them might have been affected by what we saw in the play. So the first point I wanted to make to all of you is to become an advocate for children's rights. We need to fight for children's rights. As you know, the family is the primary social unit. The umudugudu or the districts, the provinces, the countries, even the whole world is made by families. And these families, we have parents and children. The children of today will become the adults of tomorrow. So we need to tackle the issue from the roots. So the education of children, the children's rights, this is something which is critical for the development of the country. And I thought immediately about the children's rights, which are mainly around survival, development rights, protection rights, and participative rights. All these things have to be tackled. And this leads us to the intent of the project. Why this project? As described in what SOS does, SOS is known for caring for children without parental care, mainly because we have families, we have a model, family-like model, where we have families, mothers and aunties who look after children, just like in a family. And we operate in 4 districts. But beyond that, we are tackling the source of the trouble, of the cause of bringing children in that setting. The cause is families which break up. And these families break up for a couple of reasons, including poverty, family conflicts, lack of stable homes, limited level of education, poor management of resources, threat to children, security, and safety in homes. So this project is aiming at family strengthening as a preventive measure to stop children being unattended at all, who became street children, as we commonly say, or who need parental care. So this is what I would say about the project. This was my first point. I would therefore, in conclusion, about the first point, advocate for the children to you all who are here. In everything we do on a daily basis, I know many of you government senior officers, you have many things to do, but please think about children. Think about children because this is the Rwanda of tomorrow. My second point is just to express our deep gratitude to many of you. Let me start by Government of Rwanda through the Ministry of Gender and Family Promotion and its line agencies for the support and collaboration it has accorded to the organization over the past many years. We have now a partnership of 5 years, and without their support, we can't achieve even the little we are achieving. So I would like, if you allow me, to applaud for government of Rwanda, what it's doing, and the support, extensive support we receive from government of Rwanda, because without their support, we cannot operate at all. But they've been supportive. That's why some of the officials from different ministries are here to support us. Let's applaud for them. I would like also to extend our gratitude to SOS Denmark. Sometimes we ignore the sources of support we receive, and we see ourselves in the middle of working hard in order to achieve our goals, and we forget where the support is coming from. So this is a project with above slightly over 4 billion Rwandese francs coming from SOS Denmark. We are very grateful to you for helping SOS Rwanda. And we acknowledge that money does not grow on trees. Money comes from people who understand the cause and who try to help us. So thank you so much. Let me also extend our gratitude to all partners who support us. We work together. And this is an area where SOS would like actually to collaborate more, to work together. We have a common goal. The key issue here is to address all the problems hitting our youth and children. So I would like to thank all our partners we work with in order to address this issue of children without parental care, or the issue of children who are at risk of losing the parental care. Allow me, before I finish, to thank very much the children themselves, the children who have represented the others. Children, we love you. That's why most of us are here. And we commit to support you. So use the opportunity you receive from donors, from government, from SOS staff. Use it to grow, and don't spoil the opportunity you get. So overall, I would like to, last but not least, thank SOS staff who have worked very hard together with, I believe, with SOS Denmark to design this project. You know, here we are seeing a product, but there is a lot of work behind it. So I'd like to extend my gratitude to you as well. Continue working, not only to gain your bread, but also and mostly to support children. And I know you do it, you love them, and you will continue doing it. So with this, let me invite our guest of honor for his remarks, Mr. Silas Ngaboyosha, in front of us for his remarks. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. My name might be difficult. I'm actually Ngayabosha. The chairman of board of directors, SOS Children's Villages Rwanda, Director General of NCDA, the advisor from Office of the First Lady, representing at the same time Imbuto Foundation, the National Director at SOS Children's Villages, Rwanda, our dear children, and the main guests of honor of all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Good afternoon. It is with great pleasure that I, on behalf of the Minister of Gender and Family Promotion, who has been caught by other duties outside of Kigali, speak on this momentous day when SOS Children's Villages kicks off the Kura Umenye project. The project that aimed at strengthening families and building capacities of child protection structures such that our children can grow in caring families and thrive in responsive communities. It's happening the time when this Saturday on 20th November, we held the 15th National Children's Summit, themes, I am the future. Yes, children are our future. As Rwanda for this day, Rwanda joined the rest of the world in celebrating the World Children's Day. And this launch is a way, looks like a continuation of the celebrations. It's also happening the time when from 25th up to of November up to 10th of December, we will be having a campaign, a 16 days of activism, a campaign against gender-based violence at large. And our children today, they best showed us how street children or being on the street is greatly linked to gender-based violence, greatly linked to intimate partner violence, a great link to family relations, a great link to the social norms that are hiddenly governing the behaviors and practices. The Constitution of Rwanda of 2003, revised in 2015, establishes the family as the most basic and fundamental social unit that maintains the social fabric of the Rwandan society. As stated in NST 1, strengthening prevention and response strategies to fight against gender-based violence and child abuse, and ensuring that orphans are raised in families are crucial for moving towards modern household that the country aspires to have. The government of Rwanda, through the Ministry of Gender and Family Promotion, coordinates the implementation of the integrated child rights policy to achieve children's rights to survival, protection, and development through improved access to quality services and strengthened institutions and systems. In addition to other child protection mechanisms in place, the government came up with the Justice for Children policy in 2014, meant to make the justice system more responsive to the needs of children. Thanks to our children to having demonstrated this. One of the instrumental achievements for Rwanda in justice for children has been the enactment of the law number 71/2018 of 31st of August 2018 relating to the protection of the child. This law enshrines 4 principles of child rights, such as equality of all children, birth-related non-discrimination, best interests of the child, and the importance of the opinion of the child. It determines special rights of the child subject to other rights provided to him or her by other laws, modalities for the protection of the child, and offenses and penalties. This law requires that the child should be provided with special protection for his or her physical, mental, spiritual, moral, psychological, and social growth according to human dignity. And I was pretty much happy that this project will kind of encompass all these components. All these points to the need to continue efforts aimed at making maximum contribution to the survival, development, participation, and protection of the child within an overall child protection system. I want to point out that the project being launched here today has legal and policy backing from the government, and most particularly from the Ministry of Gender and Family Promotion and its affiliated agencies. The Kura Umenye project will strengthen families through economic empowerment, parenting skills. I'm just repeating because that's very core. Parenting skills development and targeted services delivery to ensure access to essential services such as education, healthcare, improving young people's access to sexual and reproductive health services, and psychosocial support interventions. Furthermore, the project will build the capacity of child protection structures, health workers, and school mentors. The Ministry of Gender and Family Promotion pledges again its support and guidance not only to this project, but also to all other child and family-centered efforts by SOS Children's Villages, as well as other partners, because we believe we will have a sustainable development, we will have healthy families if we tackle the root causes of the problems, as the chair has just mentioned. The brunt of the social economic effects of the COVID-19 pandemic has been largely felt by the family structures, especially among vulnerable households. The shocks of the pandemic have led to increase in child abandonment cases, child labor, child abuse, and other forms of gender-based violence, which has forced more children to go on the street. Now more than ever, the government needs partners like SOS Children's Villages and projects that are addressing the issues in a social, ecological manner like Kura, the Kura Umenye, so that we can join hands in mending the broken family fabric through family empowerment and child protection initiatives. It is our collective responsibility to ensure that all children live in a safe, loving, and supportive homes and environment at large, so they can grow into responsible and value-adding adults. The Ministry of Gender and Family Promotion has been at the center of providing policy guidance, as well as playing a coordination role in all partners in this domain, and will continue to do so, especially in a very close collaboration and involvement of partners. Let me end this by thanking SOS Children's Villages for the great job you are doing, and thank everyone who came here today, and have a pleasant day, and we are looking forward to an implementation that is also mixed with learning opportunities. It's true that the way it has conceived, we will have realities on the ground, and the ministry is on your side to adjust and readjust for us to continue responding to the needs of our children, to structural causes of these issues. Thank you very much. Murakoze cyane. Asante sana. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much to our guest of honor. This concludes the events that we're having today. The most important thing that we can all come out of here with is, let's love our children, let's care for our children, let's understand that they're the future. Let's give them all the tools they need to succeed in life, and let's not leave one child outside of this. Everybody should have a fair chance. We will be having a group photo right outside of the room. There's a fountain before you get to the elevator. Ladies and gentlemen from the press, please be there for the group photo. The lunch will take place on the rooftop. So just press R in the elevator, the rooftop of this hotel, Umenye Grande. My name is Regis Isheja. It's been an honor and a pleasure to MC for the day. Have a great day.